What do being crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas, back in another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie Killers of the Flower Moon. Was it good? Was it trash? Let's talk about it, but first, let's take a sip. Welcome back, Being Crew. Again, this is a review of the movie Killers of the Flower Moon. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel. As always, it helps us out. We're looking to grow the channel 2024. Excited to bring you guys more content, but feel free to subscribe. It's free. It's free to subscribe and continue to watch our content and support our channel. But the Killers of the Flower Moon, I honestly, one, I enjoyed it. So let me start off by saying that. Two, too long. I am of the ilk that movies don't need to be over 3 hours, and we'll dive into that a little bit. But I don't know if I would have watched this movie if it wasn't on the airplane. Like I saw the trailer for it when it first came out. I heard good things about it. Like it was nominated for the Oscars. I heard Lily Gladstone she didn't win Best Actress, but she was nominated. A lot of people thought she would win. So I've heard great things about this movie, but just for some reason the trailer didn't catch my attention, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, like the trailer, he's like, I like the color of your skin. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? So I was not looking to watch this movie, but when I was on a flight to Atlanta, American Airlines, they have like their AAInflight, and so I was like, man, I guess I want to watch this movie just because I'm interested in watching movies that true movie critics find good. And so this was one of them. Obviously it was Oscar worthy, so I felt the need to watch it just to see if like I align with movie critics or if I'm just a guy that watches movies and likes different things. And honestly, again, like I said before, it was a good movie, like very unexpected. One, I didn't know what it was about, so that was pretty cool. Learning about the actual story of the Osage tribe and the history there, like I didn't know that this was a true story. If they would have led with that, maybe I probably would have watched it. But for those who don't know, Killers of the Flower Moon, it stars Leonardo DiCaprio. He is a ex-military that moves into the house with his rich uncle, after like being discharged from the military. The rich uncle is played by Robert De Niro. He's been ingrained into the Osage culture and into the area pretty much. He's a well-known figure. Then you have Lily Gladstone, who is one of the rich Osage people so basically the Osage found oil. That oil translated into money for them. The Osage are rich. And then one of the things they talk about in the movie is like how this money brought in all these white people. And so now they're trying to get some of the Indian money, basically. And so all these Indians start getting murdered for their money. Like more and more Indians are disappearing. And they're trying to figure out why. And come to find out, the uncle, Robert De Niro's character, who they call King, which is weird, and Leonardo DiCaprio's character are playing a part in this. And a lot of the white people, they overcharge Osage. So there's a lot of different things going on. Obviously, a little bit of racial tension there. And they know it. The Indians know it, but like they just kind of just played the part. But it's a good movie. You see Lily Gladstone play a great character, and everything that happens is very interesting. Like it's crazy to see the story of like him getting married and loving this woman, but then also doing everything he does to these Indian people, including her family. And you're just like, what a POS, right? What a piece of shit this guy is. And yet he did love his wife, but yet he was doing so much stuff to her. Like when it finally got to the point where he had to admit what he did, and then couldn't tell her what he was doing to her, I was like, bro, that's crazy. Like it's a great build up. First of all, phenomenal acting. Leonardo DiCaprio plays his character to a T, chef's kiss. Robert De Niro needs to be talked about more as a villain. Like that was a fantastic villain that he played in this movie. Lily Gladstone obviously deserved her nomination for Best Actress as well. She had roles of talking, but a lot of her stuff was like more body language, like just her face, her expression, things she was doing. And it's just like it was just good acting, right? Good acting. Martin Scorsese is the director of this movie. Does a great job of portraying a story. Again, my only complaint is like no movie needs to be over 3 hours. Like this movie was 3 hours and I think 30 something minutes. Let me see real quick. I have it pulled up here. 3 hours and let's see runtime. Where's it at? This movie is 3 hours and 26 minutes. So basically 3 hours and 30 minutes. And in my opinion, you probably could have shaved off an hour. Like, for me, and I understand, like, a good story will take time to tell, and this needed the entire time. But I feel like you should map out to get to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Like, anything over 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm like, bro, you are losing your audience. But especially where today's society is and, like, quick attention. Like, again, a good movie is a good movie. There's a lot of movies that are 3 hours are phenomenal. Oppenheimer's phenomenal. But just this movie, I'm like, bro, you could have done a shorter movie and it still would have been quality. Because it took me the flight to Atlanta and back from Atlanta for me to watch this entire movie because it's so long. But it's good. It just was long, in my opinion. Overall, good movie. I gave this a 7.9 out of 10. I put this on our medium dark roast list because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the story that was being told. Cinematography was phenomenal. Not a ton of like great visuals, but still great like filmography with the different like cuts they're doing and things like that. Obviously, the acting's phenomenal as well. You have a lot of famous people in this movie. I mentioned DiCaprio. I mentioned De Niro. I mentioned Lily Gladstone, who's a rising actress. You also have Jesse Plemons in this movie as well. And there's many more actors I could probably name off. But you have a lot of just notable names in this movie. That's, again, very, very good movie. So that's my thoughts. 7.9 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on this movie. If you enjoyed it, if you hated it, either or, let me know. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's worth the watch, in my opinion. And then sound off in the comments what your thoughts were as well. But as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Comments.